Remind you.
Okay.
Deep breath, deep breath.
Alright, I'm speeding.
Oh, this is fluffy.
Alright,
I miss
whenever you guys are ready.
Okay, so can you introduce yourself to the camera first?
Hi! So my name is Chun, C-H-U-N. Yep, my full name is Chun. Yeah, three-part Chinese name. My mom wanted to keep my ethnic roots, so yes, LKY. Back, it's my mom. I'm a dancer primarily. Yeah, so really nervous to speak, but it's really exciting. I think it's been great here. I came here last year, so it's almost a year now. Time really flies by. This is my second major trip to New York. I moved here 6 years ago. Back then it was really a different me. I was starting out, but New York was the first place that really invoked passions of possibilities in my heart that it's possible to do full-time even back home in Singapore. Like, yeah, I met one of these artists that told me, amazing mentor, like, you see a green patch of grass doesn't mean it's nothing. You know, there's potential and there's so much that you can do. So that's what made me really motivated to go back to Asia, not just Singapore, but to work as a dancer, choreographer, and really consider it full-time. So I told myself, okay, and you know, most Asian moms, you should meet my mom. Hi mom, shout out to my mom, she's the best woman on planet Earth. Hi mom. But yeah, it's really cool because like most Asian moms really are protective of their children, and it's been a struggle even for my mom and myself to kind of prove people around me and prove the culture wrong, that it's not about, dance is not about, not a real job in terms of Asian context. So I gave myself 2 years. I told mom, just give me 2 years. If it doesn't work out, I promise you I'll go back to doing the whole scholar route. I graduated from NUS. Hi NUS! USP, University Scholars Program. I know I don't look like one now. Yes. But yes, of course I could speak like this all the time. It's a part of me. Yes, absolutely. They were whole dear to me. So I decided to go forward and come to New York and accomplish all my dreams and take it to the next level.
Can you tell us what you studied in US?
Really? I was a chemistry student. I still love science. I love logic. I love understanding the world, and I think that's so similar to artistry. A lot of people find that science and arts is so different, or religion, and no, I think it's all so interrelated, maybe to me, because as an artist we're still discovering the world and understanding it and kind of taking experiments on our own on a daily basis, maybe on people, on ourselves, on our environment, on our work. So I really like that kind of exploration, and I still do, and I'm very grateful for NUS and chemistry, really, because it's also that kind of training of like Pavlovian thinking and the whole process of thought that I also apply into my artistry and dance, which really helps, or learning or acquiring information or just general. So it's really helpful.
Sorry, real quick, could you talk to Liz mostly instead of the lens?
So
Sure.
do you want me to keep like here so the island?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
fine.
So on that note, what inspires you every day as an artist to go out there and keep doing it, and want to just like keep moving on with your art?
I think keep moving on is I know what you mean. When I was younger, I had points in my life where I just want to give up, and that's not for me. You know, those kind of, all of us will go through those phases. But I feel really I believe in cry, so it's really the Lord sometimes that like a life is like a book, chapter by chapter, so season by season, time by time. I really think it's so beautiful that like it's a journey, so ups and downs, I embrace it, and that's so important to me, and that keeps me going, because even amidst a low season, for example, like I know that there is greater things to come for me, and that vision and that forward movement and forward direction keeps me going in that sense. How I come to receive that vision, I believe in the Lord, so I feel it's also given, but at the same time it's also an exploration. Like they say, God doesn't steer a stationary car, so you have to keep driving and move. As you move, the path shall steer. And He also sends people in your life to give you advice and direction. So I'm very grateful to artists. Yay, like Hongling, hello. And you guys. Yeah, because it's really like very grateful to meet these camaraderie people and share that kind of camaraderie and artistic vision, that we're all different artists, maybe painting or visual arts or all kinds, or just even mathematics, I don't know. But like we're all different yet have the same goals and aspirations, and I always want to surround myself with dynamic people and stay sharp where iron sharpens iron. I truly believe that verse is truly we help each other and mold each other and surround yourself with really inspiring artists that keep you going. We inspire each other and it keeps growing, and I want to continue to choose such an environment and choose people around me wisely and make my path even stronger and fortifying it forward.
Any favorite artists?
Artists like vocal, like
Anytime.
everything. I'm such a fan of so many people, like even my mom. Like she's amazing. Or like vocal, maybe Beyonce. Commercial, like I love commercial work as much as I'm an artist. Like it's amazing. She's such a brilliant artist. Wow, so many. I like Jared Jenkins as a mentor and dancer. He's amazing. He's a New Yorker. He works here, lives here. Even peers, like friends, are just amazing artists who I really look up to and am grateful to even share a real friendship with. And yeah, so amazing. For Asian artists, I work with Wang Li-hong. I wasn't a fan before. I mean, I'm just normal, but until I worked with him, I was really inspired by Wang Li-hong as an Asian artist, because he's so talented and so humble and so real and so approachable, yet just great to work with and so amazing. So I always want to be like all these people and still stay open to learning and collaborating with all kinds of artists and for cross-pollination. I think that's amazing.
What obstacles did you face on your artistic journey?
Obstacles, so many. Still facing obstacles, but that's what I love about life. That is a roller coaster ride. That is exciting. There's mellow points and sharp points. Obstacles. I think as an artist, in New York especially, it's finances. I think it's a real problem, real question. All of us struggle with our finances as artists worldwide. It's a worldwide problem. So I'm very grateful for like funding from the Singapore government or from locals or from even independent companies or guerrilla marketing. It's because it really helps keep artists going on. So I think that's a good part of being Singaporean, I think, is to be very pragmatic. We have been trained well, I feel. That's the part of me that I embrace. Is because like there is a pragmatism to the artistry as well. Like we want to also have cost-benefit analysis. So I also want to continually still make good sound financial decisions. Savings, like planning, like future planning, investment, like just concrete practical choices within artistry, like this job versus this job, time versus money. And that's how I kind of, to curb with the financial stress that I face as an artist, especially in New York City that's getting more and more expensive, and Singapore as well, all these cities. Finances. Obstacles also is artistically, like all of us will always run dry sometimes, artistically uncreative or just stagnation. I think the greatest fear of an artist, or mine is the death of an artist, which is stagnation, like just to feel like no pulse. That is like the worst to me, like being alive, physically present but empty. So I always want to keep that passion. How I curb that is mainly a few things, like I read the Bible, very old school, don't judge me. Like, just spiritual growth or reading or fulfilling that cognitive part of me, spiritually as well. Meeting people, dynamism, energy, conversation, interaction, as well as just training. Focus on time for me, because I'm a physical dancer, so I want to go back to physicality. The idea of taking movement as it purest form as it is, just to keep the exploration. And through exploration, despite the emotion, is that process of physical expounding, like maybe create endorphins or whatever, but it helps as well. So I want to keep that passion and that creativity flowing, and it's a choice. So I'll take class to be inspired, engage with other artists, to keep passion. Mainly these are major obstacles I face, I feel.
So you would suggest to continue take classes and keep practicing your art no matter what?
Yes, for me, yes. Maybe that's what I really love most. Like I don't care. It's not about the money. Like sometimes it's so artistic, but it's true. My Bollywood came out. But it's really about learning and constantly growing and knowing to be comfortable. I used to keep seeking and keep driving, but I'm never contented. Also, the last, if to anything to share with artists, I feel what Ryan Tan from Old School many years ago told me, and I still keep with me. He said contentment, Chun, one word, contentment. that as an artist you're always striving, and that's great. But you want to be also happy, and there's this sense of joy in what we do, and that keeps us going too. That at this current state, I'm happy with what I do. I'm not perfect. I never will be, but I'm contented, and that my artistry may be here today, but it'll be there tomorrow or there. It doesn't matter because I'm contented and happy with what I'm doing, and that's very important because it keeps you secure and confident and a strong foundation to keep moving forward.
Do you want me to rephrase that question for the last one? Can you say that one more time? So I'm gonna ask you like if you're wanting to say to artists worldwide, Singaporean or otherwise, what would you say?
Say the whole thing again.
Just,
No, I think it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay, then we'll keep it.
It's good.
Okay.
I'm like trying to copy the word.
Can you tell us what you'll be performing at the Singapore Arts Festival in New York this year?
Oh, what will I be performing? I'm so excited to be a part of this experience. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. Like, really, and yeah, shout out Maya Dance Theatre. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm collaborating with Maya Dance Theatre this year. I'm very excited. I know I said it 5,000 times, but I think it's because it's a cross-pollination again with cultural background. I'm trained in cultural arts, but I'm here in New York City and I love commercial work, hip-hop, street jazz, ballet, contemporary, ethnic Asian infusion. Like, I'm a dancer and a more versatile dancer. I believe dance as a movement, and I study the different origins, but I'm ultimately still I want to be a free mover. That is what I want to be open and learn as much as I can like a sponge, and give as much as I can. So Maya Dance and me will be collaborating in something more edgy. I think it'll be interesting to mix this kind of conversation between ethnic and what is intrinsically Singaporean and historically Singaporean versus what we are today, like a cosmopolitan breed of city people. Yet we have globalization, modernization, and you know, street commercial. Yet that we come from this cultural heart of Asia, pulse, kind of traditional background, and it's this mix of culture. And we want to do that because it technically is Singapore. Like, what is Singaporean? Is that conversation, I think, that is much more interesting than what, okay, this is Singapore and A equals to B, you know, 1 + 1 is 2. It's, you know, it's that conversation that I was more interested in. So it's a work in progress. Yeah, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Yes, come support. Yes, I'm excited.
Okay, one last thing, can you say to the camera something to write home about Singapore Arts Festival, New York City?
Something to write home about Singapore Arts Festival, New York City.
Wait.
Say it to the camera. Yes, something to write about. No?
Something to write home about. NG, take 2.
Cut! Something to write home about Singapore Arts Festival, New York City.
Just one last time, a little bit faster. Just for variation, you did good.
Something to write home about Singapore Arts Festival, New York City.
Okay, that's good. Are you all set?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we slate?
Oh, like cut.
3-1.
Something to write home. Something to write.
Scene 3, take 1.
Thank you.